Everybody, today we have amazing opportunity and actually first talk show I'm hosting with two guests. So it looks already, I said, like it's gold before it even happened. Unleash your magnetic brand. And today I'm welcoming Kasia Giska, visual brand strategist, and Nicoline Huizinga, human design coach. And I will ask Kasia and Nicoline, tell me in few sentences, what's maybe let's start with Kasia. What's a really visual brand strategist is doing? What is all about?
So it's actually about using visuals or like colors, fonts, images to build your brand, to create your presence online and offline even. So it's just about using visuals in branding.
So this is actually where everything happens and actually starts with
That's
your
true.
branding, right?
Yeah, because visuals are very important because this is the first what we see whenever we see online, for example, the anybody, then we react first to visuals. We don't start with text. We see visuals first.
Yeah, and actually it connects, Kasia, for me, with this first impression I'm often telling about, because I'm often trying to find a connection with personal brand style with every guest I'm inviting, and I'm talking about branding or whatever part of business. And I'm often saying about first impression, that how people see us when we enter the room, when we have speaking gigs, networking. And I really feel from what you are saying that this is first impression. This
Yes,
is
I
first
think
impression online. So not like how they look on us, how we look, but this is really closely connected with building personal brand. So it's like a must, right?
yes, I think that what we do is very close because we can say like style is also like creating visuals on your body in a way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
possible.
a logo not saying, not showing
Yeah,
the logo.
not
Kasia, I will
sure.
be back to you with another question. I will now introduce Nicoline. Nicoline, human design coach. Nicoline, can you tell us a few words what really human design is? I guess some people will know, but still, some of us have no idea.
Yeah. So human design is a personality tool and it really helps you to understand yourself and others and how you interact with the world, how you're sensitive to things and people that happen around you, and basically understanding your strengths and your talents. And it's basically your blueprint of who you are and who you were when you were born and
Mhm.
how you can use that in the world. So it's also so connected to what you guys are doing because you make sure that the world sees who you are,
Yeah.
and I help people to know who they are. And when you are, because we're all born in a certain system and we grow up with certain ideas and notions about who we are and who we are supposed to be. And human design really helps you to come home to who you truly are at the core. And I think it's one of the most wonderful tools that I have encountered and that really helps people to feel at ease with themselves and really embrace their unique talents and skills, and gives them the courage to step up and show the world who they really are.
And it's kind of relief, Nicoline, I would say,
Yeah,
when
it is.
I entered, and actually you introduced me to human design world like few years ago when we were together in mastermind, and then step by step I've learned from you more and more, and I really feel, the first feeling was big relief,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you start to notice that you have your own way of doing things, because it's not like you start to know who you are, but also it's implementable to business. So you
Absolutely.
can you can really use it as a tool for business. And actually, what you, Kasia and Nicoline, said now, we revealed the secret why we all together are today doing the talk show and talking about brand. Because three different subjects, which could go by itself, but in a way, very going in one line of building your magnetic personal brand. And from what you are saying, I immediately also have in mind, like when I work with clients, I often tell them we translate who you are into style. Kasia does it to translate into visuals. And actually, Nicoline, you are going into the root who they are. So
Exactly.
I really feel this really takes everything, like embraces everything to gives a basis to start building like really strong. And I think magnetic it's better word, because strength it really has this power struggle.
Yeah.
So like magnetic personal brand. And going deeper, Kasia, I will ask you, why do you think visual are so crucial to build personal brand, and how we should really embrace this process? Because it's easy said, everything we are talking about today, it's easier said than done. That's why we are here and helping to start the process and show the way. But why visual are so important to be visible? So visuals and visibility, how it's all connected.
Yeah, so as we already mentioned a bit, visuals can be a great way to communicate our brand. It can show the personality of the brand. It's like this special language we can use, and through that we can just pass all the barriers, like all the language barriers, like cultural barriers. It's just a great way of communicating. And it has, for example, we mentioned this first impression. So first of all, visuals create this first impression, because it attracts also the audience, because we never start with reading text.
Yeah.
Because we have text everywhere in books, so it's very difficult to attract audience by using text. First is what we see are, of course, images. So that's the great power of visuals.
Can we say, Kasia, that it helps us to stand out?
Yes, definitely. Visuals can help us to stand out, especially by using this very different visuals, because of course we have different sort of visuals. If we use gray, black, white, maybe we are not standing out so well. But for example, you have very standing out color in your branding. So I think whenever you put your image, your graphic with these colors, I think people are immediately see it.
But Kasia, it took me a while to get to find really my colors, because I really like different. I love color, so I really love different color combinations. But I still felt like it's not, there is something missing. So it's also the feeling I think we have, like what Nicoline is. So this really work of Nicoline really also helps to tap into this insights of yourself, to get really to this this last twist. So my colors were very close by what I have now, but this last touch, this more brightness, it's this like small difference nobody would notice but me. This was really this feeling, okay, this is it. But not for everybody the colors needs to be so bright. You can stand out with
No.
graphics, you can stand out with photos, right, with photo shoot, because it's all in one.
Yes, you can use colors because, for example, you are very, I know you a bit, of course. So for me, this color suits you very well. It expresses your personality because you're a very open, very vibrant person. And that's why you need this color. And if somebody is more calm and more like a bit more
Romantic.
introvertic or something, then I think more calm colors fit well. If you then add to this calm person these crazy colors, this will not
This
be
will be disalignment, right?
yet. So it has to be aligned. Otherwise, because if there is no alignment between colors, fonts, and all visuals we are using, and then when we meet that person and actually get to know her, we will feel something, okay, something is weird here. It's not aligned.
And I think it happened to all of us to have this experience, right? That we
Yes.
meet somebody, we see, and we meet, and something is off.
Yeah, and then that person feels not authentic. So we really need to be authentic in the way we present ourselves.
And this is where Nicoline really helps us.
Yeah.
So this is for me a really, I'm really even excited when we are talking now because it's so aligned.
Yes.
It's like Kasia, what you are saying, that I really feel we all have this sixth sense that even we read between lines. So even when you show yourself as you think you should, or we tend to copy a lot. We have a lot of examples online. It's busy. It's every year more busy in online market. And first thing, like stop scrolling, to make somebody stop scrolling, it's a big challenge. So standing out, but I think standing out also needs to be explained a little bit, because it's not only standing out to go. I always say to go crazy, like from my side with style, like with pink hair, can be if it's really you, but it doesn't need to be. I would say standing out, it's being in alignment.
Absolutely. I fully agree. And
Yeah.
it's so interesting to see this from a human design perspective, that I can see in people's profiles where they are sensitive to try to be something that they're not. And especially, and I know you encounter this a lot too, Kasia, that there are people who, for a photo shoot, they are fully brushed up and full in makeup and beautiful hair, and it's all great. But when you meet them in person, they're very different and you hardly recognize them. And that's when, and you can see in their human design profiles that they, work really hard to fit in. And basically what human design does is it helps you to be yourself. And so you don't have to work hard to stand out, because you stand out by being yourself.
Yes.
And that's the power, I think, of human design, combined with the beautiful work that you do.
But Nicoline, now I'm thinking, so when people have this direction of fitting in,
Yeah.
and then you see it in human design, are there ways for them to learn? Because I can understand when you so it's probably like you always say open centers, or we will not go into details.
Yeah.
But let's say there is this tendency to fit in.
Yeah.
So learning human design, learning about yourself, can teach you how to, even though it's not easy for you, but still how to learn to be yourself. Because for some people it's very easy. Do you agree that it will be, some profiles will be like very easy being themselves, being aligned, than others?
For some it may be easy, but for many, many of us, and even the most powerful profile still has its challenges, because it has a lot to do with how you grew up. Because when you have a really powerful profile and you grow up in an environment where people tell you to tone it down and to be quiet and not to express yourself, or not to be too loud, or whatever, then you learn from a very young age to fit in. And I see that a lot, especially with very powerful profiles, that people are not aware of their power. And so because it's a basic human need to fit in.
Yeah.
Because from in the old days, if we didn't fit in, if we were excluding ourselves from the group, and I'm talking about Neanderthal times, when we would exclude ourselves from the group, it meant death.
Yeah.
So, and that's still ingrained in, I would say, in our reptilian brain, that we need to be part of the group. So standing out can be a scary process. And human design is really helpful in that sense. So first of all, it helps you to become aware, like, oh, am I trying to fit in? Am I trying to do what everyone else is doing? Do I really want to do this? Does it light me up? Does it bring me joy? Is this my heart's desire? And if it's not, then stop doing it. I mean,
But
I
this is
stopped doing traditional launches, for instance, because it's not in line with my design. But I tried to do it because everyone told me, oh, you need to do traditional launching.
this is very interesting. It's so many, while you are talking, I have even much more questions. So it means that somebody can be really powerful, but not knowing that they
Yeah,
are.
yeah, absolutely.
So then when you discover that you are powerful and you already made a bridge into business, that, we can talk a lot about who you are, how you should be, but then you translate it into business, which means
Yeah,
that you follow rules you've learned from maybe your coaches, maybe following somebody. Like, it's a lot of
people around you.
take my example, do as I did, because I've earned so much.
Yeah,
So this really helps you to be yourself. And then with this knowledge, so there where everything starts, and with this knowledge you go to Kasia, and then
exactly.
you can translate who you are really into visuals. There is like color psychology, there is,
Yeah,
you are talking also often about archetypes.
Yes. So actually, archetypes can be some kind of guidelines you can use in your branding, because once you discover who you are from the human design perspective,
With Nicoline, then you go to Kasia.
yes, and I'm aware of all this. Actually, I think we can connect human design with archetypes as well, because it's also coming all from astrology, and I think it's all can be connected. And then you can express certain archetypes through certain visuals, so you can all combine it. So once I know who the person, which archetype it represents, then I can use visuals to guide that person, to show them in the online world, for example. Because certain archetypes, for example, like hero, we would express with different colors than we would express a lover. These are totally different paths. And archetypes can give us this guidelines. Okay, if I am a hero, I should express myself in this way with these images, and the photos should be in this mood. And so this is all, archetypes are a great cheat sheet you can use in your branding. Then
It's like
you are not,
direction
because,
to the future.
sorry?
It's like direction to the future. So I would say with Nicoline, we go into deepness of who we are and really taking the strength into the world and showing up as we are. And Kasia, then we continue with a direction, like how you want to show up.
Yes, yes.
So this again, we see the connection, and it's really interesting also what here I think Nicoline, you mentioned with launches, that you were launching, even though you discovered that it's not your thing. So Kasia, with you, it can be, I can imagine you have also clients who come to you and are not really aligned. Like also here we mentioned that there is a photo shoot and there is a makeup artist, we dress nicely, and it's amazing because it will always be like that. But in all this, even makeup, the clothes you wear, the background and the props you use, plus all the visuals like logo, colors, if there is no brand essence, which in my case, how I work with clients, it's really who you are, which Nicoline explained in detail, there is some disalignment, and then people see it. And I really, I remember myself being often disappointed, like what I see on the photos and
Was
what
different.
I hear and who I see, which I I don't mind that it's wrong that this person is different, but it's not aligned. And for me as a client, it's different to be a friend, but to be a client, we want to trust. Disalignment build mistrust. So
Yeah.
we want people to trust us, especially when again we have a tenth of a second for first impression. So not anymore a few seconds like we used to think a few years ago. I always say, so it's like glimpse. Somebody looks at us on our
And
photo,
that's it.
on our
Yes.
post,
They have their impression. Yeah.
Yeah.
impression, or the way we run our business. So if launch is not your thing, then I understand, Nicoline, with you, it's possible to discover what's your thing to run a business online or offline or both
Exactly.
connected.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so funny because when we were talking about pictures, I remember a photo shoot that I did, and I'll show you, lady. The pictures are just awful. They're awful because that was long before I knew about human design and about, branding and all of that. But the pictures are just, I'm full in makeup. I'm in nature because everyone said, "Oh, you should take pictures in nature. That's great."
So you have nature
I'm
full makeup.
I'm wearing a beautiful dress, fully misaligned with nature. But
High heels on grass.
yeah, exactly. It's so weird. It's so weird. And the makeup and the position, it's just weird. So
But this is also a
fully,
process, right?
it
So
is.
I can tell you, I even made one YouTube video on like my journey as well, when I show also my style, how it was, and how I really get to the place that I just want to be myself, not to copy them. Because in styling, it's a lot of rules as well. In
Yeah.
fashion, we have trends, we have directions. You should, you shouldn't. And I really am a rebel in this, which also is aligned with my human design, which I know already, and I embrace that. That there are no rules from the rules. So actually, even like Nicoline, you said, it could be nature if this would be aligned with you.
Yeah.
It could be also like heels on the sand when it's aligned with you. But when everything is disaligned, this is really not working, and people read it before we even open our mouth. So actually, we all are talking about this, this process before even we say something. Before
Absolutely.
even one word is coming out of our mouth, because this is exactly like going deeper, but also not so complicated when you know where to go. Because
Yeah.
it sounds at the beginning, it sounds like, oh my God, how I do it. I do launches, I do master classes, or I don't know, speaking gigs, and it's not working for me, because it will not be working for all of you. I think this is a good one sentence when we could make a short summary. I think it's really like beauty of embracing who you really are
Yeah.
in
Absolutely.
all
It's a
aspects of running a
process.
business.
It's a process of becoming.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the whole journey of entrepreneurship is all about. It is becoming. And it's not like, oh, I need to become a certain person, and until that moment I'm not right, there's something wrong with me, something needs to be fixed or whatever. But it's becoming more and more yourself.
And this
And I think,
become, it's really a very important word, because it's really tells us where to go.
yeah.
And actually, for all of you who listen, become and unleash your magnetic personal brand. It's the direction we all will be going in March. Because for all of you who want to go deeper into the process of human design, visual branding, and style, there will be an opportunity to meet you, Nicoline, Kasia, and me in Amsterdam. So, Kasia, can you say in few words what will be happening during this personal event in Amsterdam, 21st of March? Because one of part of the event is your part with visual branding.
Yes, though, so I will go deeper on this power of visuals. I will explain how we can use visuals And also I will go deeper also on the archetypes, because this is also core of my strategy of building a brand. Just aligning what we know about ourselves. So what we will learn from Nicoline about from human design perspective, that we can take that and align this with the archetype which we want to present, and then use visuals to create our online presence.
But Kasia, you are also a photographer.
I am also a photographer.
You are also a photographer, so you have also a surprise for women who will join the event. There is a possibility, one of possibilities, to have photos made by Kasia at the end of the event, right?
Yes, and that's also nice that we are in a beautiful hotel with beautiful interior, different interiors actually, so we can align what you want to present with different parts of the hotel, and use it for your background of your photo shoot, because I'm also a personal branding photographer. I actually had a couple of photo shoots in that hotel, so I know it quite well. So we can use
amazing location also itself, right? So
Yeah, it's
inside.
a beautiful location.
So I would say for everybody who really loves beauty also, and nice surroundings, and also being a little bit working on your business that day, not in your business. So giving yourself this time without any disruption around. Being in Amsterdam, whether if you who listen are from Amsterdam or Netherlands or not, this is an amazing opportunity to visit Amsterdam, amazing hotel, and also meet with Kasia and Nicoline. Nicoline, what will be your part in this event? Become an Unleash Magnetic brand.
Well, I will be explaining the human design element that is crucial to create a powerful brand, and how you can learn how to read your own design and how to work with it. So, not just, this is who you are and good luck with it, but this is how you actually use it in business. This is how you can implement it. And I think that is the most important element, because there are so many human design courses that you can do, and it can be really complicated. People often tell me like, oh, it's like learning a new language. But what I love doing is making it practical, making it simple.
Yeah.
And that's what this session is all about, to look at your human design, take the elements and learn how to implement them in business. And other than that, it is a great opportunity, for instance, to bring a friend so you can discuss each other's human design, because we all have our blind spots for the things that we do. So it's really helpful to have someone with you who knows you, and you can discuss it. And of course, it's a fun thing to visit Amsterdam together and to be around great women. So it's a great opportunity for networking, to really dive deep into yourself, and like you said, Bea, to work on your business instead of in your business.
Yeah, because the part which I will add to this event is $1 million style elements, which connect with both human design. Once you know who you are, you know how to present, you know your archetype, then we go into the showing up part, like how to show who you really are. I always say, wear your vision. And actually, we build up this vision, and at the end, I guide you through 4 steps of icon method, how to get to this vision. And I'm also supporting Kasia in the photo shoot. So there will be props, there will be accessories. You can choose to embrace this new information, because I can imagine for a lot of women who will join the event 21st of March. And actually, what I will do now, if I will manage to find it, I will show for anybody who wants to register. You can do it already now with this QR code. But I really feel that what we are doing during this event is building up this new quality. Actually, I would say unpeeling peeling off what's really inside, because I really feel it's not that you will be somebody new, somebody different when you go out of this event. At the end of the day, you will be exactly truly yourself. And I feel it's really big difference, because it's really not that we need to be changed, we need to become somebody else. Becoming yourself, this is the main goal of this event. That's why we joined our forces. I sometimes I really feel like we are Charlie's Angels, like when I look at us girls.
I
We
like
joined
this.
the forces because our mission is really aligned to support female entrepreneurs in spreading their impact. I really believe that one person who can spread the impact to so many others, it's already a lot. And what about when it's more? We have limited amount of places, because we really want to dive deep into details with you, to have this individual contact. We have also different options of tickets, so please check it out. Look into the QR code. I will also put the QR code somewhere there in the comments. With all these platforms we are joining now live. Do we want to add anything before we wrap
Yeah,
up?
I would like to add what people have at the end of the day. I would say it's all about clarity on who you are as a person, how you can translate that into a powerful brand, and to have discovered what your unique style is. And that is such an incredible, valuable thing to know and to have, because it puts your mind at ease, because you don't have to be something that you're not. You can stop doing things that don't work for you, and you can really build on the confidence that you get on that day. Like, okay, this is who I am. This is the power that I have. And it's like, I always compare this work to, I think it was Michelangelo or Leonardo da Vinci who said, I have a block of marble and the statue is already in it. All I need to do is chip away the marble. And that's exactly what we're going to do on that day.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful comparison. And I can tell you that I feel so excited already about this event, that if I would not be one of the speakers, I would join.
I would go myself.
I feel that it's so powerful, and I'm really grateful that we all met and we can do it and support female entrepreneur business world, because it's all about who you are, but also personal brand, so how you can translate it into business. So thank you, Nicoline. Thank you, Kasia, for joining me in this talk show. Anybody who has any questions, please put it in the comments. We all will be answering, depending if question is from our field. So we are all there for you in comments, and link to register as well. See you next time, and thank you